Hello, and welcome to Chicken Curry 101. Now, if you want to learn how to make Indian food, then this is the chicken curry recipe that you need to learn first. Why? Well, it's incredibly easy to make. This entire recipe comes together in the Instant Pot, which basically guarantees perfectly cooked chicken, even chicken breast, every single time. In fact, I think this was the second curry that I ever learned how to make 6 years ago, and to this day, I still follow the same recipe. And once you learn the skills and techniques to make this chicken curry, you can literally make almost every other chicken curry variant. Add butter and cream, and you've got Chicken Tikka Masala. Blend in some nuts, and you've got Chicken Korma. Add some chili powder and vinegar, and you've got Chicken Vindaloo. This chicken curry is my go-to for Sunday night meal prep, especially when I want to get a little bit of extra protein in after my Sunday long runs. And if you follow the tips in this video, you too can have a simple chicken curry perfect for your weeknight meal prep. Here's what you'll need for 5 to 6 servings. 1 pound of chicken. I prefer chicken breast, but more on that later. Some aromatics, onion, garlic, and ginger, tomato, as well as yogurt, lemon, and oil for the marination. You'll also need plenty of spices, both ground spices and whole spices. You'll also need a meat thermometer to make sure the chicken is perfectly cooked, and finally an Instant Pot. Let's start with some prep. Dice the chicken breast into 1 to 1.5 inch chunks like so. And I've actually started to prefer chicken breast over chicken thigh. 1, because it's less fatty, and 2, it's a lot easier to cut. And I know chicken breast is more prone to overcooking and getting dry, but you can totally avoid that with these 2 tips. First, an Instant Pot. Its moist cooking environment and quick cooking time prevents chicken breast from drying out. And 2, a long marination. Let's add all of the ground spices, the exact measurements are in the description, plus lemon juice, yogurt, and oil. Marinating overnight tenderizes the meat and locks in moisture. So give everything a good mix and store in the fridge. And since we just handled raw meat, be sure to thoroughly wash your hands, tools, and your work surface afterwards. Now it's time to prep the veggies. Pro tip, chop the onions as finely as you can so that they can dissolve into the curry. And if you want to see a video on how to chop onions, let me know down below in the comments. Before you start cooking, take the chicken out of the fridge and let it get back to room temperature. Start with the Instant Pot in sauté mode, set to medium, and add 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil. Now add the whole spices and wait until they get aromatic for about 30 seconds. Toss in the onions along with a pinch of salt. Cook them down until the onions start turning transparent, about 3 minutes. Now add the ginger and garlic and let this fry until the onions start caramelizing, which will take around 10 minutes. Oh, one thing to note, be sure to stir this every 2 to 3 minutes to prevent burning. I got a little distracted, so if things do start burning, it's okay. Just add some water and scrape away all of the burnt bits. Okay, the onions are starting to look dark and jammy, so we're ready to add the tomato and ground spices. Now, at this point, the tomatoes need to cook down to form the gravy. So to speed things up, we can do that by just pressure cooking this curry base. So add half a cup of water to prevent burning, and then switch the Instant Pot to pressure and set the timer to 5 minutes. Once it's done cooking, release the Instant Pot pressure like this. And be careful not to burn yourself with the very hot steam. And you'll know it's ready because the Instant Pot will read L, which stands for elapsed time. Last step, let's add the marinated chicken. At this point, you can also adjust the consistency of the gravy, so I like to add a little bit of extra water. Give everything a stir and pressure cook for just 1 more minute. And I know that doesn't seem like a lot of time to cook chicken, but it does take a couple of minutes for the Instant Pot to come up to pressure. So that amount of time plus a 1 minute is just enough time to get perfectly cooked chicken without drying it out. Now let's check that the curry is ready. First, we'll check the chicken is done cooking, which means that the temperature should read 165 degrees. If for any reason the chicken is not done cooking, then just set the Instant Pot to saute mode and cook this on low heat until it's ready. Now give everything a taste and add salt if needed. Finally, garnish with cilantro and a little squeeze of lime, and dinner is served. And here it is, our homemade chicken curry. Most days I'll have it with rice, and if I want a little bit of extra variety, I'll make some quick dal or a veggie fry. And if there's any other tips that I missed on how to make a great chicken curry, please share that with all of us in the comments as well. Oh, also, if you want to see some more frequent updates from me, check out my Instagram. And if you want to see some PM memes, then check out my LinkedIn. Of course, if you like this video, please give it a big like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, class is in session. And welcome to chicken. And welcome. Yeah. And boop, 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 boop. Put on my glasses. Hello.